This might ruffle a few feathers, but as far as I'm concerned, the only way to travel, unless you absolutely cannot avoid it, is with a carry-on suitcase. There's nothing worse than getting to your destination and finding that your checked luggage has been lost in transit and actually been sent somewhere else. At this point, I've kind of nailed my approach for the most part when it comes to traveling light. I kind of pride myself on being able to take a small amount of items and then maximize what I have while I'm away. And my monthly capsules are sort of evidence of this, but I recently discovered a new packing approach which I had to share because this is genius. So much so I kind of wish I'd come up with it myself. It's called the Sudoku packing method. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this packing approach originated, but I will be sure to link the creators where I discovered it from and at least the earliest instances I can find of it online down in the description box below in case you'd like to go and check them out. But it's quite a simple premise. With Sudoku, there are 9 squares and this translates to 9 items when you're traveling. So what we end up with is a 3-row, 3-column square made up of a top, a bottom and a layer, a bottom, a layer and a top, and a layer, a top and a bottom. And what's great about this approach is that it instantly gives you 7 outfits just from the grid. You have 3 outfits horizontally, 3 outfits vertically, and 1 on the diagonal. But if you boil it down, this approach actually nets you 27 styling variations, and that's before you put in any little styling quirks or tweaks that kind of make an outfit feel a lot more personal and perhaps a little bit more like you. I have put together an autumnal edit already over on my Instagram and on my Substack, so I will link that down below, as well as pop a little bit of a video on screen so that you can see the 30-something odd outfits I came up with from that edit. But I thought today we could run through a springtime edit for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, and I'll talk you through each piece as well as how you can really maximize a curated wardrobe like this and some of the other ways that you can make this flexible, because I think it goes without saying that if you're going away for more than 3 days, you're probably going to need more than 3 tops packed in your carry-on. So the 3 tops I chose include a taupe ribbed mock neck sleeveless tank, a light blue drapey cotton linen blend tee, and a cropped navy shirt. My bottoms include a little butter yellow mini skirt, a pair of ecru or off-white barrel leg pants, and a pair of high-waisted faded black jeans. Finally, for my layering pieces, I chose a soft blue cardigan, a denim chore jacket, and a longer satin trench in a buttercream color. I've used this theme of 3 for the accessories, opting for a pair of white low-heeled flats, a pair of black pointed toe pumps, and then a low-heeled python sandal, which sort of acts as a neutral and bridges the gap between that contrast of black and white. I styled all of these looks with one bag, a woven leather tote, which is my bag of choice when it comes to the warmer months, and I especially like this one because it can essentially fold down flat and the leather is really flexible, so you can sort of maneuver most things you would need to take in here, and it fits a laptop, so a great one to use as your bag on the plane. I've also included a few accessories, but here you can really style it up as much or as little as you like. This is kind of the cherry on top, and I think where that real styling element comes into play, though I like to put my efforts on making sure I like the base outfit first, as I don't want to be spending all of my time styling or trying to think about how I'm going to put together my outfit when I'm at my location. I think that's one of the great benefits of this approach. So I want to show you the outfits that I've put together. So we'll start with those horizontal lines, and these are the base looks that I created. And I really like this soft color palette. I think it feels really dynamic, and each of these base looks feels very, very different. Then when we style on the vertical, we get some other looks which I also feel work really nicely together. The final one is on the diagonal, and again, another look that I really love. But I want to show you the 20 other variations, and I think the easiest way to do this is to show you each of the bottoms paired with each of the tops and each of the layering pieces in succession. So you can see how those base looks change depending on how you're styling it. And again, here is where we really can use our imagination and our creativity to make outfits that feel incredibly different and also speak to our personal style. And a key note that I like to think about when I am traveling is to focus on traveling with the items that you actually enjoy wearing, the ones that you maybe wear all the most. Anyway, you can see there's some real variation in these looks, and One of the reasons for this is the way that I approached how I selected my pieces. Now, the core thing I always say with any curated edit is that you should be starting with a solid color palette. It does not have to be neutral. It can be any array of color. Here you can see that I decided to choose blues as my primary colors, which I complemented with soft white or a butter yellow. So those effectively became the starting point. And then I peppered in a couple of other neutrals, the wash black, and then also the taupe knit. So we create a lot of outfits that are a bit tonal in a sense, but I could pair any combination of these colors and feel really good and confident in the color combinations I've selected. And a nice way to determine whether or not this is the case is to just lay all the items that you're selecting out on the bed, see how they all look in combination. My next tip is to think about the different silhouettes. So if you consider all three categories, tops, bottoms, and layering pieces, every single item I chose in those categories has a different silhouette to it. So it's offering a different shape to our outfits. If I was to choose the same style of top, for example, a t-shirt, and then just select 3 different colored t-shirts, I've got a uniform. I don't have style packed in my suitcase. So while it means that I can get dressed basically on autopilot without thinking about it, I'm not gonna be excited by what I'm wearing, and I've got 0 variation in my look. And it's these simple things combined that really allow you to maximize and really get the most out of an edit like this. Loads of really interesting outfits. Now, of course, as I said earlier, I don't think that 3 tops is enough if you're traveling for more than 3 days. And the determining factor as to how many tops you should take with you is whether or not you're going to have access to a washing machine, or if you have enough time in each location to hand wash things and let it air dry, maybe draped over the back of a chair or hanging over the top of the shower when you've gone out for the day. I recommend opting for base layers that are on the thinner side so you can easily roll them up and pack them into your suitcase. They're not going to take up too much bulk or too much space, because we've got our layering pieces that are going to be the item that is sort of keeping you warm and adding that insulating quality. In terms of accessories, there is really no guide on how many to take with you, but I like to go by the rule of 3 when it comes to shoes. So something that is a casual, very comfortable everyday option, something that is a little bit dressier or smarter, and then I also like to choose a shoe that has a bit of personality that kind of feels like you. So this was a very quick one, but that breaks down the Sudoku packing method, and I really hope that you found this video helpful, that maybe it even gave you some styling ideas for the spring season ahead for those of you who are in the Northern Hemisphere and looking forward to warmer days. But if you haven't tried this already and you plan to for your next trip, please let me know how it goes. I just think it's such an interesting way to approach packing, because it combines that idea of packing both outfits and individual items. You kind of have the best of both worlds, and I feel like you can really maximize your options and the styling potential of what you take with you. And the best part is that you actually have more than 27 outfits, because if you have 2 pairs of shoes or more, then you have over 54 outfit variations. And if you decide to ditch your layering piece, even more choice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, essentially a primer on packing light. I feel like this is my bread and butter when it comes to going away. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed already, I would love to have you back. I share a lot of style advice, brand reviews, and how to make the most of your wardrobe. As always, I'm so grateful that you spent a little bit of your day with me, and I hope you have the most beautiful week ahead. I'll see you next time with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.